Okay, folks, here we are. Last time I took you over this bridge. Don't have a driver today, but we're gonna work things out. Now we're going through Front Street, and we're going through Philipsburg, and Philipsburg has 5 main streets: Walter Nisbet, Canigata Street, Backstreet, Front Street, and the boardwalk. So we're gonna begin our tour on Front Street. So just give me a few minutes, and we'll be joining. I don't want to confuse you with where I'm at, so just give me a few seconds, and we'll be joining Front Street. Now, when we get on Front Street, we're going to be traveling east on Front Street, west on Back Street, east on Canigata Street, and then west on Walter Nisbet. So here we go. This is the beginning of Front Street. There's a cemetery over there, as you can see there. Tremendous amount of cars parked up. This is sort of residential area, so to speak. Used to be a lot of restaurant found around here, but now they're all closed. Consider this just a residential area in the meantime. A few businesses here and there, but nothing much to talk about. Still residential built up on Front Street. And we're coming into the commercial area. That tall building you see there, that's a Sea Palace. That's a hotel in the middle of town in Front Street. Now, if you notice, we are traveling on a one-way road. Notice all the cars are pointed in one direction. Now, the boardwalk actually starts from here. There's a little arcade there. That's where the boardwalk starts. So the commercial area is coming into play right now. Parked. See a few businesses here and there. Well, this is a primary school. And this is an African market, place where you can get your African clothing and so forth. Still going eastward on Front Street. It's pretty quiet today. This place is normally packed with tourists during the season, and also when cruise ships are in. So another little arcade there. If you notice, cars are parked on both sides because of a lack of parking. Got the Methodist Church there, historical sites. And we're coming into the area where you find all the fine jewels, etc. This will be the more upscale part of town. It's a casino right there. Jewel stores. jewel stores on both sides. I'm gonna try see if I can pull off here. I doubt if I can, but I'll try to pull off on the side. This is a taxi stand, and yeah, it's a little arcade here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little arcade there. I'm in traffic, so I can't come out. Bring you around some more, and there we have the courthouse. All right, we continue on Front Street. Diamonds International, Bulgari, Penher, Effie. Now this is all the upscale Milano, Longes, Bullshans. This is another hotel here, Horizon View Hotel. These are all jewel stores. Again, this is the upscale part of town, so to speak. Guy trying to park. Traffic gets real tight around here sometimes. I'll try to go around him there. And this is another hotel here. Holland House. That's the main entrance there. My glass may be a bit dirty. Just bear with me. And here we have Ralph Lauren. Chop, Calvin Klein. Another little arcade. Breitling's, David Yurman, Mongo's, you name it, we've got it. It's one of this hotel here is called Pasagram. It's one of the oldest hotels on the island, and you have their famous guava berry shop. And we are coming to the top of Front Street. There's a bank there, First Caribbean Bank. Come around the corner, there's the next casino right here. And we are about to begin our journey on Backstreet. So here we go, we are going westbound, now on Backstreet. Businesses, but this are more or less clothing businesses. A lot of people from the other Caribbean islands come to St. Maarten to shop for clothing. So we're on Backstreet right now, heading westbound, and if you notice, the shops or the stores are somewhat different than when we were on Front Street. Now traffic usually flows slower on Backstreet rather, mainly because of the buses. The buses don't normally travel on Front Street. Sometimes you'll have to wait a good 15 minutes before you can get to the end of Backstreet. Let's see how long it's going to take us. Got a little chip there on my hood, something fell in it. It's a vendor, little street vendor. Just getting some stuff, selling some stuff. That's the Anglican church. I'm driving behind a bus, so things will go real slow. I think there are 2 or 3 buses ahead of me. This is another arcade that we call Old Street. See all the clothing that's been sold. Adidas.
Idea, video, yes.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
And this is Backstreet. We're going westbound. A lot of clothing stores. I can stop the video and pick it up, but I want us to continue. So you can get a feel of what the traffic can be like if you're driving down Backstreet. It's a street I usually try to avoid if I can, especially on a Saturday afternoon where everyone is out shopping. Everything can move real slow. See, I got about 2 or 3 buses ahead of me, and the buses there they seldom come off the road into the bus stop. The reason for that, I suppose, they don't want the bus behind them to get ahead of them, especially if they're going in the same destination. Again, we have some clothing stores around here. Basically, you find a tremendous amount. That's the market. It's the market over there. And right here is the back of the courthouse, and that's the market. So the young man is selling his coconut. How you doing, man?
Any fresh coconut?
How much for the coconut?
$5.
Okay, man. I've had some today. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. How are you? All right, you want $1 for the work of the Lord. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead. That's all right. That's
After
okay.
giving me the $1?
God is good.
All right.
Okay. So, lady, she's always on the street. Nice lady, you know, so I try to help her out. How you doing? Let's move along. So the bus exactly in front of me. Stop. Not on the bus stop. It's in the middle of the road. Again, if you notice, there's a tremendous amount of clothing stores in Backstreet. Not only clothing stores, but cosmetic stores. And people from the neighboring islands usually come by and just buy their stuff here, or even to sell. They try to get stuff wholesale and go back to their islands and sell the stuff that they buy. Yeah. On both sides, you find a tremendous amount of clothing stores. Now we're just about halfway through Backstreet because of the slowness of the traffic. We'll get through it. Now earlier I showed you the Methodist Church from Front Street. Now the Methodist Church also goes all the way back to Backstreet, so that's their property there. And we continue on. Got a music store here for music lovers. Now the bus is about to get off of Backstreet and he's going to go all the way over to Walter Nisbet Road. So after that, I presume we can flow a little faster. There he is. He's gone. Now we're coming to on Backstreet, a more residential area. Right now, remember Front Street began with a residential area, and Backstreet ends in a residential area. As soon as this guy parks, we should be able to move along much faster. Yeah, didn't work out for him. So this is all residential area on Backstreet. A few businesses here and there, nothing much to talk about. Street music and some folks just having fun behind there. And you have these little road vendors selling their fruits. Again, it's all the lower part of Backstreet is basically residential area. Notice again, this traffic goes one way, and that's westbound. Okay, we're coming to the end of Backstreet now, and we're gonna pick it up on Canigata Street, which is a two-way street. And from Canigata Street, we will come around to Walter Nisbet, which is the main highway, which is also a two-way street. All right, folks, we are now on Canigata Street, the entrance, more or less, and we are heading eastbound. As you notice, it's a two-way street, and this is basically residential area. Again, a few businesses around the place, but it's more residential than anything else. Traffic will move much faster on this street than it was on Backstreet. A few businesses here and there. So a law firm there. Speed it up a bit here, so I'm not going too fast. Now, on the back of these buildings, these are the back of major businesses that's on Walter Nisbet Road. For instance, this yellow building here. When we get around, I'll show it to you, but it goes all the way over to Walter Nisbet Road, which is the last road we'll be coming upon. So we're still heading eastbound on Canigata Street. This is the office of our major utility company, GEBE. Brinks truck. A China restaurant on that side. And believe me, we are already, because the traffic is moving. Well, this guy, he's loaded. He's loaded. Next time. I know he's gonna give me some words, so I'm gonna continue. He's a great guy. Now, this is a Nagico Insurance Company. Well, they are the biggest insurance company on the island. This is a bank here, Royal Bank of Canada. A few Chinese businesses, and and we continue to move along. Traffic slows down sometimes, but not as much as Backstreet, because you can always go around the person who stopped if there's space. But Backstreet is one way, and it's Backstreet and Front Street is one way. It's narrow. You have to wait until the person pull off the road in order to pass them, and that's the disadvantage. Now, this here is the Baptist Church, and this is a parking lot here. I'm gonna show you something here. This is the vendors arcade or the market. But as I continue, there's a road that goes up here, and this road takes you right on Backstreet, and you can probably see the courthouse. That's the police station way in the distance there. It's another bank here. I'm trying not to keep back the traffic behind. It's a bank here, and you got a few businesses as we go along this road. As we come to the end, this is a school here, a primary school, and as we approach the end of at the end of Canigata Street, we have a few businesses. It's a hardware store here. A few stories in that building. And we can go through here all the way up to Backstreet, all the way up to Front Street. If you notice when the traffic stops, it stops just for a short while. Now this section here, I forgot to mention that from the time we left the bank, from the time we left the parking lot that I just showed you on Connegate Street, it becomes one way. So no longer is it both ways. Hi stranger, hello. How are you? Now, as we come to the end of Connegate Street, it doesn't go all the way to the end. We'll have to come off on a side road, and let me come off here, and I'm going to take you all the way around to Walton Nisbet Road. But for me to do that, I'm going to take an in-road. I don't remember the name of this road, but I'll pass back along Backstreet, and I'll pass back along Front Street, come around, and you may recognize certain things that I've showed you before. Come around, and we're going to drive right back on. We're going to drive on to Walton Nisbet Road, which is the main highway. That is the road you want to take when you're coming in and out of town, because the traffic flows much smoother on that road. Now, they're going down Backstreet. This is the beginning of Backstreet. We drove up here earlier. This is the beginning of Backstreet. Showed you this casino previously. I showed you the bank ahead of me. First Caribbean. I showed that to you when I was coming off Front Street. This car is coming off Front Street. So I'm just going to go around here because Connegate Street didn't go all the way up. I'm just going to go around here, and we are going to drive down Walton Nisbet Road, which is the main highway in the city. These buildings over there to the right, those are businesses, tremendous amount of offices. Some of government offices are in those buildings. This is school here. It's called Sundial School. Don't know how good you can see that, but we're going to drive around this roundabout here. Again, the island has a tremendous amount of roundabout, as I mentioned earlier. And continuing on, and that's the Sundial School there. Continuing on Walton Nisbet Road. Now I can speed it up here now because this is the main highway. Oh, there's a lady there trying to pass with her. Here we go. Walton Nisbet Road. Some housing, a few businesses. Now I'm going to come off of Walton Nisbet Road as I get to the roundabout, and I'm going to go on the Ponfield Road. I'm going to show you the University of St. Maarten, and also I'm going to show you the Government Administration Building. This is a Salt Pickers roundabout. We're going to Pond Island. We're coming off the main road. I just want to show you something. This here is the University of St. Maarten. Come off here. Across from the university, you have the government administration building. And it's a famous carnival village, festival village, where the carnival is being held. We're going to go back out to the main road, back to Walter and Nisbet. That's the police station there. It's the back of the police station, actually. That's an old abandoned government building. They're not using it anymore. It's dilapidated. So now we're on Walter Nisbet's highway, so to speak. What's right of this is the lagoon. There's a parking over there. Now and again, you'll find a few businesses. This is our building of our central bank. A few other businesses. This little business on the side here, you can get your chicken leg and Johnny cake. We usually, Jimmy's, the original fat boy. We usually pull up there sometime and get our chicken leg and Johnny cake, or spare ribs and Johnny cake. Now remember I told you about that yellow building, right? Now it comes all the way over to the main Walter Nisbet Road. Notice there's seldom anything to the right. A few little businesses here and there, but basically everything is on the left. Tremendous amount of businesses on the left here. Now we're heading westbound. We're almost at the end of the road. This traffic here travels much faster than on the other roads that we have explored. A few businesses. This is the Sport Auditorium. Very interesting. A few local businesses, local vendors on the side there. Local vendors. On the opposite side you have some big businesses. Now this road takes you right back over the bridge where we started. Right back over the bridge. And we'll talk to you. It's been good traveling with you.